Hello, I'm Stephen Curtis, and welcome to Pretty Much, where we pretty much update you on the pertinent issues of the day: political issues, social justice issues, criminal justice issues, and cultural issues from a progressive point of view. I hope you enjoy the channel, and along the way, I'm sure we will both learn a few things. Recent action by the Supreme Court and Congress thwarting affirmative action and inclusion initiatives have caused many in the African American community to rethink strategy seeking equality going forward. I, for one, strongly believe it is time for a serious discussion on reparations. The United States government and its businesses and institutions have immensely profited for centuries from the slave trade and the residual white supremacy. Let's take a look at some of the businesses and institutions that profited from the slave trade. Aetna Insurance Company made profits from premiums from slaveholders who bought life insurance policies for enslaved people. They made millions and millions of dollars. J.P. Morgan Chase accepted enslaved people as collateral and actually owned over 1,200 enslaved peoples when plantation owners defaulted on loans. New York Life Insurance Company sold insurance policies on enslaved Africans, making huge profits. More than one-third of the company's first profits and policies were written on the lives of enslaved Africans. Wells Fargo accepted enslaved Africans as payment for loans. N.M. Rothschild and Sons made huge personal gains by using enslaved Africans as collateral. Norfolk Southern Railroad exploited slave labor to build the railroad. They paid slave owners, but not the enslaved people who built it. USA Today, its parent company, E.W. Ships, linked to the slave trade. Fleet Boston, previously known as Providence Bank, was founded by a slave trader who owned ships used to transport enslaved people. CSX Rail Lines, enslaved people built the entire railroad system there. Brown Brothers Harriman, the oldest and largest private investment bank securities firm in the United States. They owned hundreds of enslaved Africans and financed the cotton economy by lending millions to Southern planters, merchants, and cotton brokers. Brooks Brothers actually started out by selling quote unquote slave clothing to slave traders, and they got immensely rich doing that. Barclay Bank, extensively involved in the slave trade. Lehman Brothers admitted to profiting significantly from the slave trade. And most of these companies, well, in fact, all of these companies are still around today and have profited throughout the many many, many years while failing to compensate the people directly responsible for their profiting and their heirs. The enslaved people worked on cotton and sugar and tobacco plantations. The crops they grew were then sold to Europe and the northern colonies. The North does not escape responsibility for their role in the slave trade. Enslaved people built the wall after which Wall Street was named. New York, in fact, received 40% of the U.S. cotton revenue through money its financial firms, shipping businesses, and insurance companies earned, all on the backs of uncompensated black people. Today, in recent years, United States banks have made public apologies for the role they played in slavery. An apology is nice, but it's not enough in 2023. Not in the year of the extreme court and radical white supremacist politicians who want to stifle inclusion. Please catch part 2 of this discussion. Thank you for watching. Like and share the video. See you next time.